What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dugger himself, and ladies and gents, for today we're looking at goat butter. I don't know its actual name, don't really care to know its actual name. I'm not going to pronounce it, not even going to attempt to pronounce it. It just looks weird, so that's why I call it goat butter. A lot of people call it other things, but I call it goat butter because it's a goat with the horns, it's buttery because it's yellow and gold and all that stuff, so yeah, that's that. Regardless, this is the siege monster in the world, known kind of like a raid boss in the other games or whatever, or something like that, I guess. I don't know, I don't really play too many other games, unfortunately, but this is ours, okay? And the cool thing about it is that once you defeat it, if you do actually end up defeating it, you get relics for weapons. Now these relics can actually be really good, as in like rare 8 really flash, really dope kind of stuff. It could be really bad, like rare 6 and worse stats than what the normal weapons they're supposed to represent have. But regardless, at the end of the day, that's the whole purpose. People actually want to fight this guy, and the real reason actually I fought it, because you know, you get the gold weapons, get the buttery stuff, so to speak. Also, its armor is phenomenal, really good stuff. If you ever were looking for armor set that had a really good awakening on it, boom, this one has the greatest, hands down, because bar none is very solid set all by itself, and then it has the free element joint on there on top of that. So if you ever wanted a free element set, but unfortunately all the pieces were kind of bad, here you go. These joints is nice. But I'll say this about the fight. The fight is really cool. I probably beat this thing like maybe 40 or 50 times or something like that. And during that time, I've not actually made a video for it. You would have thought that I made a video for him by then, but I waited way out until now to actually do it. But, you know, better late than never. But this time it's like super duper late. And I think at this point in time, I don't really need to talk to you guys about what it takes to actually combat this guy. Odds are, if you're like me, you've probably fought it not once, not twice, maybe up to like 15 times or whatever. Some people, they go in, they just kill it, get the armor, and then they're good. They don't care about the relics. But, you know, for the real ones out there, we all know it's about the relic hunting. We did the same thing once on a 4 Ultimate. That's the reason why we fought Rajang up to 1,000 times, if not more, to get those nice buttery relics. We didn't really care too much about the armor. It was about the weapons. We wanted to get the good stuff. I unfortunately didn't get any really good relics out of it, neither on Xbox or on PlayStation 4. I think the best thing I actually got out of it was a pretty decent, I got the Sleep Lance on Xbox, and then I got the Poison, I believe it is, or I think also the Sleep Gun Lance. Both of these rare 8, by the way, on PlayStation. Other than that, the other rare 8s I got were like light bow gun or like dual blades or sword and shield. I actually got like 3 sword and shield rare 8s. I usually keep the rare 8s, but for the most part, if there's stuff that I will absolutely never use, like a bow gun, or especially a bow, I'll just throw them joints away off the rip. But I didn't really get too much out of it. I mean, I tried and tried. I didn't really get a whole lot of cool stuff. I'm glad to see that a lot of people did get a lot of cool stuff. And if you did get some really cool, let me know in the comment section actually what you got. Now, outside of that, I talked about the armor and everything. The weapons, it doesn't have its own actual weapons. It actually has just the relic weapons. So once you actually defeat it, you get the relic, you get to choose from what you, or you beat the quest. They give you X amount, depending on like what your reward level was during the quest, and I believe also your pursuit level, and then you get stuff like that. Also, you can carve some off the horns if you decide to break. If you don't decide, that's how you have to do it, if you break the horns off. But all in all, really cool fight. I mean, I could sit here and talk to you about like how the fact that they actually made it a monster is very hard to get, very reclusive. The ability for it to actually just run away, dig off somewhere, and like hide all over again. Even in the fight, I thought that was kind of interesting, especially phase 1, where you're fighting it and then it just runs off and then you have to go find it again, that kind of thing. Kind of leads into the main story where they said, yo, we found it once, but then we lost it, and they're like, how did we lose something so big? And even now, to this day, I'm like, bro, how did you lose something so big? I mean, because all it's really doing is like running away, like digging to a wall or something like that. Every monster can dig. I mean, it's nothing like super, like, I thought it would be like teleporting. If it could teleport or like go invisible, that would make a lot of sense, and that would be really cool. But all in all, the design is really dope. I can't wait for them to actually bring it back. It's just a lot of fun to do, and hopefully next time they do it, maybe it won't just be it. Maybe there'll be something else to it. I would like for them to do maybe not like armor, but like something else. You know what I mean? Get like a new shuffling on the parameters for the relic weapons, because they seem to be very static. Like, you can get the same exact joint multiple times over, which I've actually done, and that's not too bad, because a lot of these weapons, the relic weapons, they tend to take the skill, not necessarily the skills, but the parameters to weapons that's already in the game. So for instance, let's go off the ripper here. Let's talk about Diablo's Charge Blade, probably the most popular weapon in the entire game. If you guys use the Diablo's Charge Blade, you should know what those parameters are. Goat Butter has the Diablo's Charge Blade, and the stats on it, if I'm not mistaken, I don't really use it, but when people tell me the stats is sometimes, depending on who you talk to, better. Because I think it has better affinity by a little bit and a little bit better sharpness. So, I mean, I think the attack is the same too. So, depending on how you look at it, the relic weapons could be better because each and every relic weapon, for the most part, gives you a bonus to defense. So, that's free. You know what I mean? Some of these have defense and slots, so you don't have to augment for defense. You can just have your stuff right there for you. So I mean, it really depends on how you look at it. The relic weapons are really good. I'm using some to this day. They're not the meta. By no means they're not the meta. There's certain weapons out there that's just that good, relic or not, and they're just going to continue to be the meta. And same with the armor. The armor is very good, but for certain people, they might mix certain things with like other stuff. Probably if I'm going off the rip right here, I'm probably going to say the chest piece, probably the most popular piece, because it gives you crit boost too, which is very good. So, you know, I mean, all by itself, the armor looks great. Mixed, you're going to definitely see the chest a lot more often. I'm seeing it a lot more often as I speak right now. But, yo, that's basically Goat Butter. I mean, there's not much more for me to say because I'm just so late to it. I'm not going to lie to you. Between me and everybody here, between all my people, I needed to make the video to chronicleize all monsters in this game. I kind of felt like if I'd have made the video when the monster was popping, there'd be more to it. I'd have more finesse with it, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna sit there and say that the monster's not bad. I'm not excited to actually fight the monster, and the fact that Capcom said, they said this on Twitter, they said that we will see him soon. Her, it, whatever. We will see the monster again soon. So maybe late May or sometime maybe next month, you know, keep it kind of fresh, make people kind of miss the monster a bit, so that we're gonna get burnt out by it. It'd be really fun to actually ride through. And also, I think the next time it does come back through, we will do some YouTube streams. I've done a couple of Twitch streams, and those are fun and everything, but I kind of want to give you guys some of that love in it too, because I mean, it'd be a great chance for me to actually showcase the Butter Brigade. If you guys remember, I made that whole video where I said things that I want to try, some newer things or whatever. One of those things was the Butter Brigade. We kind of figured out what the Butter Brigade was going to be, and I will probably showcase what the Butter Brigade will be for you guys if Goat Butter comes back through and we stream it to YouTube, so you'll see that. But honestly, it's really not much else for me to say. I'm literally just talking at this point. I don't even have the video up. I'm just talking to you guys, just going off the top of my dome here. Needless to say, if you want some information, fight him with Thunder off the rip, and then once the shelling, the mantle, I believe was what they called it, comes off, fight it with ice. That's literally the best information I can actually give you. Also, if you're gonna block any of that hot fire, make sure you bring some guard up. You know, I didn't know it was guard up that was saving my life, because I always wear guard up because I'm always wearing Yurgan. So that was nothing to me when the fire was coming down and I was blocking it. That was nothing to me. I blocked that all day, every day for free. But everybody else still was like, oh god, I'm burning, and I'm like, man, what's wrong with y'all? Just put your shield up, cuz. But you know, it's whatever. It's a kind of a tough fight once it gets to the last phase too. So people were getting bodied. A lot of people were getting bodied. I wasn't, because it's your boy, but a lot of people's getting bodied. But whatever, guys. It's been your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself. The next video I got for you guys, I promise, will be a lot better. It's gonna be a top 5 video. It's gonna be a top 5 video. I've been actually waiting to do this top 5 video for a very long time. Goat Butter coming out actually halted that because it was a new monster, and I need to see how I felt about Goat Butter, if I need to modify this video or not. And if you can guess already, it's my top 5 new monsters in Monster Hunter World, meaning monsters that's new to this generation. So I'm not talking about Rathalos or Yurgan. I'm talking about like Dodo Gamma and like Odogron, those guys. Well, yeah, it's been your boy. I will see you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Peace.
Keep looking. Don't let up. We're bound to pick up the trail somewhere. Good work, Vipers. Now get out there and show us how it's done.